We in the building. We in the building. We in the building, bitch. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building, bitch. We in the building.
Hey, what are you guys doing at my house? Huh? What the hell y'all doing in my goddamn house? First and foremost, it's been like a couple of weeks. Y'all ain't shown up, ain't knocked on the door, ain't checked to see if I needed milk, eggs, sugar, none of that. But we back, bitches, and we are in the building. What is going on, all you crazy sons of bitches? Shout out to my man, Chris Pace. What's going on with you? I see Nerd Cage Live is in this bitch. What's going on, Nerd Cage? Afghanistan, baby. Oh, yeah. It's in the building. Don Vito is in the building. What is going on, y'all? How the hell are y'all doing? So here's the deal. You guys know that it wouldn't be Giants Talk with PTA and RZeroB if RZeroB wasn't here on time. If this man was a professional, he'd be here on time, ready to go, instead of working a real job and providing for his family. Who does that? Huh? Somebody explain to me where they do that at. Nah, Rob will be here in a minute, y'all. So yeah, man. It's for right now. You get me. We don't get the intro, but when he gets here, we'll stop everything. We'll do the. Hey, well, Donnie, I hope you wash your hands. So yeah, when he comes in, we'll stop everything. We'll do the stupid ass intro. That's not stupid. Rob's will come in here and be like, "You call my fucking intro stupid?" And be like, "Yeah, I did." Oh shit! And this Patriot royalties in the building says, "Best in Hall of Fame. I'm going to trade for Mayfield with my Giants." I mean, listen. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, all right. You know what? Before we get into Giants football, let's have a conversation, right? Because I was lucky enough to be one of the individuals that was given access to the Madden 23 beta. And those of y'all who know me know that I'm a Madden nut. I love playing Madden. I run a CFM league. My guy Pate Royalty, y'all can't see because he's watching on Twitch right now, but my guy Pate Royalty, he's one of my newest league members, and we getting ready to start this league back up once Madden 23 drop. But yeah, passing is fucking hard in Madden 23, y'all. Passing is hard. It's very hard. Running is a little difficult too, because you got to understand where your running lanes are. If you don't understand where your running lanes are, you're not going to break it for a big a big gain. The gameplay is different, and the game feels difficult, and I hate it. But I love it because I want the game to be hard. I want to have to like put some time in to get good. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel like I'm just breezing through, teams, nothing. I want the grind. I want the build. Passing is hard. Is Danny Dimes out for the Giants in Madden 23? Listen, it's going to depend, okay? It's going to depend. It's really going to depend because here's the thing, and about that, and we're supposed to be talking about Giants, so I guess I am talking about Giants, right? But I'm talking about Giants in Madden. But here's the thing. The ratings for the players in the beta are not correct, okay? Like the ratings for the rookies are wrong. The ratings for hold on a second. Let's stop real quick and hold on a second. Let me tell my co-host who's backstage to put his fucking glasses on because he's got to do the damn intro. I've been sitting here killing time for his dumb ass, you know what I'm saying? Because he decided that he wants to have a real job and provide for his family. What's going on, Joe? How you doing, man? Appreciate you popping through. But without further ado, I give you Giants Talk with RZeroB and PTA. Hold on a second.
We in the building. We in the building. We in the building, bitch. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building, bitch. We in the building.
Finally! Ooh. Ooh, I don't want to mess up the hair.
Yeah, don't mess up the hair.
Finally!
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to feel. Let's fix that. Let that look like that instead of let's say here. Okay, cool.
Finally! RZeroB and PTA have come back to BGN.
Hit the DMD on that, okay? DMD, got it.
Which means that finally RZeroB and PTA have come back to Giants Talk. Now, it's been a minute, y'all.
Been a minute.
It has. It's been a minute. It's been, I would say, a couple of weeks since you guys have laid your eyes upon the two most electrifying and sexy son of a bitches on YouTube. We understand that you've been wanting PTA and his good old school Italian hats. We understand
This
that
is a Kango,
you
man.
have been wanting
Part of the black community.
RZeroB and his guap that he wears, his sunglasses that are $500, and his shirt that was $1,000.
1,000?
It was Hanes. I got it at Walmart.
Oh, it was 1,000 pennies.
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's still 1,000.
We understand. Yes, it was. We understand that you have been thriving for us, and we are here. And in today's show, we will be talking Giants.
Of course.
We will be talking interviews.
Interviews and some interviews that happened. Yeah.
That I have yet to watch.
You didn't watch the videos? Son of a bitch.
I was working my real job supporting my family, okay?
Ain't that some, look, see how selfish this unprofessional asshole is, y'all? It's unbelievable. It's so hard. It's so good to find good help. It's so wait a minute, did I say it's so good? So hard. It's so you motherfuckers know what I'm saying.
So it's so good and it's so hard.
It's good and it's hard, yes. It's good and it's hard. Yes. Yes, that's the kind of time that we're on. It's good, but it's also
hard.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we will be discussing all of that. So what I want you to do is grab your drink, grab your snack. It could be steak, popcorn, chips and dip,
no
broccoli if you're a vegetarian.
I ain't got no water.
Could be water.
Christ. I don't have none of that.
I don't have my coffee either.
I fumbled the fucking bag, yo. I totally fumbled the bag.
I will allow you to go grab a water if you allow me to go grab a coffee.
I mean, listen, here's what we're gonna do, okay? Because we've never, not once have we done this show and it was a nice, cohesive, structured
it's
thing.
always fucked up.
Yeah, there's never been
always all over the place.
There's never been a time that we've had what the media would consider a quote unquote good show. we've never been what they call in Hollywood
out very thoroughly
a good show.
We could say that.
Yeah,
but we're two good-looking motherfuckers. Though.
I mean, hey, listen, and we here, right? And we gonna talk some Giants. And all you need to know is that whenever you watch Giant Talk with PTA and RZeroB, it's gonna be good and hard. I think we should put that on a t-shirt.
Good and hard. You know what goes good with good and hard?
Soft.
A tongue. If you smell what RZeroB and PTA.
Is that good? Is that a good one?
Cooking.
There we go. Yeah, that was a good intro. How you doing, Rob?
What's up, baby?
Oh, you know me, man. I can't call it, bro. I'm just trying to be like you, man.
Arms are looking kind of.
Your arms? I mean,
Arms are looking kind
listen,
of thick, bro.
Listen. Listen. I pick up heavy things. I actually have to start focusing up and getting back in playing shape, man.
Playing shape.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back in playing shape here soon. I'm
playing.
Nothing.
You
Nothing.
gonna play lightsabers?
No, I'm just not gonna be fat. I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna go.
You missed that joke, didn't you?
No, I totally missed a joke. But say it again.
I said you're gonna go play lightsabers with glow in the dark condoms.
What's that got to do with?
You said you wanted to go and play.
Playing weight, like football, like playing weight, like when I played football and
you're gonna go
work out.
You're gonna go play football because you want to tap some ass.
I mean, you always want to tap some ass because if it's a good play, you got to give them a little ass tap. At the end of the game, you got to give someone. You got to give at least someone a good game. Someone's got to get a good game. It's just part of it. Somebody's got to get a little.
Listen, do you slap or do you slap and grab?
Okay, it depends. Okay, now if I'm just like running past you, I might just slap and keep it moving because I got to go on the field. So I'm like, good shit,
like a game winner.
But if it's a game winner, I'm slapping, I'm grabbing, I'm lifting up. We fucking won, bitches. Yeah, I'm grabbing. Listen. When we win a game, and I come to give you a good game, I'm telling you this is going to be two things. It's going to be good, and it's going to be hard. That's so stupid, man. And that would become a thing now.
That would be a t-shirt.
Good. Yeah. Giants Talk with PTA and RZeroB. Good and hard.
Unbelievable.
Just ridiculous. Okay, cool. So all right. Unfortunately, you didn't get to watch.
I saw I didn't see the full KT interview. Mm-hmm. I saw the bits and pieces where he was talking with Thomas Davis. Thomas was asking him, what are you doing? What are you extending? What's your thought process?
Mm-hmm.
He asked Thomas Davis about, some advice for him, and Thomas Davis, I thought, gave him really, really good advice because when you're a high draft pick like that, a lot of times, I'm not saying KT is one of those players, but when you're a high draft pick, sometimes you think like, you're above. Listen, I was taking number 5. I was taking number 1. I ain't carrying around pads. I ain't going to get food. I ain't going to be your little bitch. But Thomas Davis, I think, gave him some real good perspective because when you do something like that, you're going to earn more respect in the locker room by doing it.
Right.
Because it's like, yo, this guy was a number 5 pick, and he's doing shit that the 3rd round picks are getting bullied for by singing and getting food and carrying pads and doing all this other shit. So
that's what it is.
Better for him.
That's what it is. Well, so yeah, okay. Well, then let's kind of focus in a little bit on the Kayvon interview. So he actually did 2 interviews on NFL Network. Now I got to watch most of the interviews, but I did not get to like really in depth sit down and jot down a whole lot of notes. I do have some notes of some things that really stuck out to me, and I want to get your opinions on it. So I'm going to start with Kayvon, okay? Kayvon, first and foremost, Kayvon feels like he is an integral part of an NFC East title. Let's start there, okay? Because I think that's the best place to start. Kayvon Thibodeau feels like he is an integral part of NFC East championships. Now, he did not say when. He did not say this year. He didn't say next year. All he said was that I'm going to bring us some NFC East championships. Now, when you say things like this as a rookie, especially when you haven't touched the field yet, it can be dangerous.
It
can be dangerous, okay? Because you put that on wax. It's on the internet. It's there forever, Okay? Somebody's got a copy of that shit. But I almost feel like, as I hear him say stuff like that,
I kind of believe him.
I believe that that's the way he really feels. Like, and this is the reason why I would say that I am okay. I'm okay. Hey, what's going on, Chris? How you doing? Nate's up in the building. What's going on, Nate? How y'all doing? So when I listen to him say it, there is a conviction to it, right? That lets me know that he really believes this. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I'm not saying Kayvon Thibodeau is going to be the reason why we win championships and shit. I'm not going to say that. But what I am going to say is that there is a conviction when he says, I'm bringing us championships, and I like it. What do you think? What do you think as I say to you that when he said that it's in his plans to bring us championships, and he said it with conviction, it didn't sound like lip service. It sounds like he really feels like he can be that key piece. How does that make you feel, Rob?
I like, what he's, the confidence that he's bringing. I mean, let's face it, the Giants have been, for the most part, a laughing stock, I guess you could say, when it comes down to how we've been the last couple of years. Nobody really respects the Giants on the field. It's like, Giants, all right, that's a win.
Yeah.
And so I think when you look back at our championship runs, and I don't mean Super Bowls, I mean dominant showings. We had Carl Banks. We had Lawrence Taylor. We had Justin Tuck. We had Osi Umenyiora. We had Michael Strahan. And since then, we have not really had – they've tried to fill that role with signing guys like Olivier Vernon. Didn't really work out.
I'm sorry.
JPP, and I forgot about JPP.
I'm sorry. I just saw that that Nerdcase put this out there. Shout out to NFL Blitz. NFL Blitz is goated, and I meant to say something about that when I saw it. NFL Blitz is always one of the GOAT football games of all time, and you can't tell me otherwise. NFL Blitz is so much fun to play, especially when you're drunk with your friends late at night playing on the old school Nintendo. You remember that old school Nintendo 64?
I do.
I remember, I was, what was I? I was probably like 18, 19, right? Statute of limitations is over, so cops can't come get me when I tell you that I was underage drinking. But I can remember many a night sitting in my boy's basement, drunk, playing NFL Blitz. That's the shit. What's going on, Giants Nation? I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were talking about.
No, you're good. And I just want to say, yo, Chris, what's going on, man? You said what's up. And Nate, who's the weeb? No comment. I plead.
Hey, yo, what the fuck is a weeb? What is that? What is a weeb? I didn't want to Google search it. Okay, I did not want to Google search it because I didn't know what was going to pop up. But what the fuck is a weeb? I don't know what that is.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
I don't know what that is.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Listen, this is one of the few times where I don't understand the lingo, right? And typically I know what you motherfuckers talking about.
And you typically know.
I know this stuff. I typically know. I don't know what the fuck a weeb is.
and this is off topic, but this is where I feel like as a content creator, right? I feel like I dropped the ball huge because I see a lot of people, right? Like you, Fenler especially.
Anime fans. Okay. Nerdcase. Thank you, Nerdcase. Anime fans.
Like on the uptake on a lot of like lingo, like different words, different wording phrases, shit like that or whatever. And I don't know that kind of shit.
All you gotta do is pay attention. All you gotta do is pay attention.
So teach me.
Just pay attention. It's on the interwebs. Just pay attention. Listen to the kids talk, right? And then go to the Google.
See, but I don't know. Here's the thing. I could listen to them, but I don't know when to put it in a sentence. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when to put it in a sentence.
Yeah, I listen. I'm gonna have to teach. Hey, listen, I'm gonna have to teach RZeroB how to dance and sing and rap and speak. It's gonna be a fucking montage. He's going to have a do-rag on. At some point, we're gonna be doing the shoulder swag. You know how in every like movie where like the white teacher comes to help the students, or the like the white girl comes to the hood to dance. There's always a scene where they go. And I feel like because that's the easiest move for white people to do who may not be able to fucking dance. I'm just saying, why do they always do that move? Because that's the move that RZeroB and I are going to do when he's got the do-rag on. You know what I'm saying? And now actually, you know what? No, you're not gonna have the do-rag on. We're gonna put on the official uniform of a New Yorker. Okay, Tim's and a Yankee fitted.
Okay.
Tim's and a fucking Yankee fitted. That's the official uniform. I said that on Twitter today. That's the official uniform of New Yorkers, and I love that shit. I think it's great. Tim's and a Yankee fitted.
I used to have a real nice Yankee jacket back when I was a kid, and I outgrew it, but I had a real nice one.
I ain't own a pair of Tim's in like 15 years.
I had Tim's. I do. I love the Tim's.
I haven't.
I remember what happened. Somebody scuffed them. And I couldn't get the freaking scuff out, dude. And
you supposed to send that back to Timberland. You supposed to send that back
out?
Yeah, you supposed to send it back to Timberland, man. What you mean? You send it back and they fix it. They gave it back to you. That's part of that's why Timberlands are so fucking expensive.
I had one pair of Timberlands. I used to wear them all the time, man. I love those boots.
I had two pairs.
They had a sneaker. They made a sneaker. I don't know if they probably still have them, but I saw a sneaker that Tim's made. It was like a sneaker boot, and I really wanted them, but they were like $180, $190 or something like that. My parents wouldn't get them for me.
Hey, yo, I don't know exactly what you're talking about because right after, that's when lugs dropped. You remember lugs?
Yeah.
That's when lugs dropped because I had lugs.
And my parents got me the lugs because
I had lugs because they were cheap.
They were like $60, $70 or whatever. And I remember I pulled them up, and my parents were like, "Yo, here we got you the boots. We thought these were cooler." Nah, motherfucker, you thought it was cheaper.
Fucking lugs, man.
I remember lugs.
What you want me to do with these fucking lugs?
I had those lugs where the sole was coming off the shoe.
Yes.
Like not even 6 months.
My mom wasn't buying me no new shoe, bro. My mom wasn't buying me no new boots. She wasn't buying me and she bought them for the winter. It was winter, you know what I'm saying? So you got to have boots for the winter. She got me fucking lugs.
Unbelievable, bro.
She bought them shits at Payless.
Now we're going to Ross. Now we're going to Ross or Marshalls to buy fucking shoes, bro.
Hey yo.
They have some nice shoes though, Marshalls and Ross.
Yo, I know that we were supposed to be talking Giants football, but y'all know how we do, and sometimes we just say fuck football and we just talk about us and y'all, right? Yeah, listen, man. I remember. I can remember when my first pair of boots that my mom had got me, they had a hole in them, and I wore those boots throughout the whole damn winter. The whole winter, I had to wear them damn boots, man. Yeah, so yeah, when you talk about lugs, the Payless shoes, and here's the crazy thing too, man, because you're absolutely right. We do go to Marshalls. We do go to these damn discount stores because I tell you what, man, direct like work pants, like khakis, them shit's expensive.
They are.
So you can find your boy in Marshalls or Burlington Coat Factory getting khaki pants. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, if you had on some lugs, you was gonna get clowned.
Oh, 100%.
You was gonna get clowned if you had them lugs on, and now
100%.
Hey yo, now, real talk. I think I might buy a pair of lugs just for nostalgia.
Just for old time's sake.
Just for old time's sake, I might have to just cop a pair of lugs. I might have to search the internet because I don't even know if they still make them damn shoes. Mountain Gears, holy shit! I remember Mountain Gears. Mountain Gears was the cheap shit. What didn't you get Mountain Gear at like?
No. The shoes that I had that I did was my Tim's. I had lugs, but then the shoes that I really, really wanted that were big back in the day was the Dadas. You remember the Dadas?
Yes.
And had like the different colors.
Yes, I remember.
Bro, I thought it was that and Nike Shocks. Those were like the two sneakers that I really, really wanted. And I ended up getting a pair of Dadas. That was probably next to those are the Nike Shocks were probably the two most expensive shoes that I had because the Dadas were like 140, and the Shocks that I got were like 170, 180 were the Shocks that I got.
I ain't had none of them. And I had none of them.
They were the ones that I got were black and silver, and dude, I wore them. I held on to those Shocks so long to the point where you started seeing the springs in the shoes where this like my shoe was like tilted a little bit, like my heel was tilted, like that. But the Dadas, they started peeling on the sides because of the wrapping that they were on. So they started fucking peeling on the sides, and it was like,
yo, what's going on, Jay? How you doing, man? Appreciate you popping through. Yo, listen. Oh man, I got Chris. He's talking about Rockaware and Fat Farm. I remember getting Rockaware and Fat Farm at a store called Against All Odds. It was the hood. And then he comes in here and he throws this Eagle stuff. And we're not talking about chicken sandwiches right now, Jay. Ain't nobody concerned about Thanksgiving.
No.
All right, we don't want to talk turkey.
No, we want to talk Giants and we want to talk. So getting back, let's get back.
Let's get back to the show.
So I'm okay with that because we've when you think about all the times that we've won championships and we've been dominant, we've had dominant defensive pass rush. From the JPPs to the LTs to the Carl Banks to the Strahans to the Tucks to the OCs, we've had it, and we haven't had that. And they've tried to replace it by bringing in Leo. And Leo's been a good player, not like he's not like what we're used to.
No, he's not a pass rusher.
But he's been a good fit for the defense, but he's not a dominant pass rusher.
No,
he tried signing Olivier Vernon from Miami. That didn't really work out. KT, really, in all essence, KT has a lot to live up to because we haven't taken an edge rusher that high since Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We haven't taken an outside pass rusher since Lawrence Taylor. Now you're talking about the 1970s. Like is when he was drafted in what, 78, 79 or 80 or something like that?
It was like,
that was when he was drafted. So you're talking about what? Almost 50 years since, 40 years or something like that since we've taken an edge rusher. Now we've taken defensive linemen, with your JPP and Strahan and stuff like that. But an edge rusher of KT's type, we haven't taken since LT. So he's got a lot to live up to. And I like that confidence. I like that swag that he's trying to bring because I think it's going to elevate guys like Azeez Ojulari. I think it's going to elevate guys and motivate guys like maybe, Sexy Dexy. I think it's going to go ahead and elevate guys like Leonard Williams. Even though Leonard Williams is the seasoned guy, he's the veteran, right? I think it's going to motivate a guy like him because everybody is going to benefit from having KT on the defense. Even if KT doesn't get a sack, there's like 4 or 5 other guys that are going to be able to get a sack. Not to mention the guys that we had last year in Quincy Roche, who I think is a really, really good player.
I like Roche. Yeah, I like Roche.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I like it. I like the confidence, and I like the little bit of that swag that he's trying to bring back to this organization. It's kind of like being like, yo, we're not the pushovers anymore.
Right.
We're coming to play. We're coming to play hard. And I think a lot of that comes from his competitive mentality, but I also think a lot of that's coming from Wink. Wink don't like to fucking lose. So Wink's like, yo, we're coming for you, and I hope you're ready because we're coming straight up. So I'm okay with it.
Okay. All right. I thought this was very interesting, and we actually knew this before this interview, but this kind of confirmed that Kayvon and Michael Strahan actually formed a friendship prior to the draft. And I think that's so crazy. I think that is so crazy that somehow the stars align that Strahan and Kayvon become, kind of this mentor protege type of relationship. And then he ends up getting drafted by the Giants. I think that's crazy. And the reason why I think it's crazy is because it's almost too convenient. It almost feels like
Strahan had a hand in it almost.
No, because I'm not saying like there's no fuckery going on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want nobody to storm the NFL Capitol.
What do you think? You think Kayvon wanted to go to the Giants, so it was like befriending Michael and his connections with the organization, it would better his chances.
Yeah, I almost feel like either the Giants knew without a shadow of a doubt that Kayvon Thibodeau was their guy. And if Kayvon Thibodeau was their guy, that's cool because he was a lot of people's guy.
Of course.
But with the way that the talks were happening, the way that the boards was changing, you know what I'm saying, the way how prospects are rising and falling, it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me if maybe Shane or Dave's got in touch with Michael Strahan and said, "Hey, go talk to Kayvon and tell us what you think about him." Or Kayvon might have kind of saw the writing on the wall and said, "I really want to be a Giant," and he sought that out. I don't know. It's just so convenient. It's like movie convenient. You know what I'm saying?
I think your first. I don't think that the second part of that, even though I know that's something that I brought up, I don't see that being really the case because,
appreciate you.
Because I don't think that in that regard, just in Kayvon's mind, thinking, okay, if I befriend Michael Strahan, that's going to better my chances of getting with the Giants. I mean, yeah, they'll probably ask him, what do you think or whatever. But ultimately, I don't think that would have changed the Giants' decision. I think what your first thought would have been a little bit more along the lines of, I mean, Michael is still very involved with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Joe
Shane doesn't seem like the type of GM that gets influenced, meaning he does his research. He's the one that I think calls the shots. And I think he reached out to Michael and was probably like, yo, we like this kid. What are your thoughts? And could you get to know him a little bit more and let us know what we're getting with this player? And Mike did it. And so, because Shane just doesn't seem like the type of person to be swayed in a direction and I
don't think anybody would need to be swayed in the direction about KT though. It's KT.
No, but I mean, at the same point, I don't think that Joe would have allowed other people to influence his draft choices. I think.
Okay, so what you're saying is that if Strahan would have came to him and said, "This kid sucks," he probably wouldn't have listened.
I think if Strahan came to him and it's like, yeah, hey, I don't like this dude or whatever, he may have heard him out, but I think Joe would have ultimately made the decision for himself.
Right.
Just like if people were saying, I don't think that people, if they were like, yo, you need to go Kayvon here, and it was Kayvon and Sauce Gardner, and Sauce Gardner was his number one guy, and people were saying, yo, Kayvon, I think he would have taken Sauce Gardner because that's who he felt was his guy. So I don't think he's very easily influenced. And make no mistake about it, to this day, if Sauce Gardner was there, the Giants were taking Sauce Gardner. They were not taking Kayvon Thibodeau. So I will believe that wholeheartedly. So, they're both ended up in New York.
Because that's only because you've been drooling about.
No, but I think that they were high on him.
Beginning.
I think that they were in the beginning. I was high on KT and Evan Neal. Those were the two that I wanted. But when I watched tape and I saw what we had, I was okay, and I saw the talent that was in the draft. I said to myself, we could go and we could get a decent pass rusher, a decent edge rusher like a Brian Azuma. We could have went and got somebody like that, or a Beavers or something like that. Like we could have gotten a guy in the late rounds, I feel like, and added him to the Roche and Ellerson Smith and Quincy, and Aziz. Like we could have added him to that room, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we got KT, we got Evan Neal, the two biggest prospects in the draft, and I'm happy with it. But I think to this day, if Gardner was there, we would have taken Gardner and Neal.
Hey, Blue City, I'm gonna need you to elaborate on this. Like, what do you mean? He said that's the guy. Is he talking about Kayvon, or was he talking about Sauce when he said that's the guy? Are you suggesting that Joe Shane, when he said to Brian Dable that's the guy, he was talking about KT? You got to elaborate on that one because I see your comment, but I'm like, who are you talking about here? Like, what player are you talking about there? Well, okay, so this kind of brings me to my next question to you, man, because
both
Kayvon Thibodeau and Michael Strahan have talked about Coach Daves. And you were just kind of talking about Coach Daves and Joe Shane and this entire staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so players and some of the alums from the Giants have said they like how this new regime feels. Michael Strahan, when talking to Tiki Barber on WFAN, Tiki Barber, who is a friend of the show, shout out to New York Revival. But
we just saying a friend of a friend, you know what I'm saying?
A friend of a friend. I'm a friend of a friend.
I'm saying, you look real good inside the little box.
Listen,
man, I'm just throwing up.
Tiki, call me
up there. Tiki.
Call me up. Come on over here. We can talk about the Giants. Tiki.
I don't drink shit, bro. I don't drink whiskey, Tiki, but I'll buy a bottle for you.
Friend of a friend of the show. I'm saying 2 degrees of separation to Tiki Barber. I just want to let y'all know that. He ain't coming, y'all. Don't worry about it. He ain't coming here. He ain't gonna come here and deal with my shit. All right. So yeah, but anyway, Tiki and Strahan were talking. Strahan said that he's kind of going with the flow this year. He's not expecting anything crazy, but he has noticed that there is a change in the organization. One of those changes is that, first and foremost, Daves has apparently reached out to a number of New York Giants alums and said, get your ass over here to the facility, come hang out, talk to our players, tell them your thoughts and all that stuff. And according to Strahan, no other coaches was doing that. So Joe Judge apparently wasn't really doing that much, although we do know that the veterans, the alums were there, but they weren't there all year. They would just show up, take some pictures, and leave. So that wasn't happening with apparently that wasn't happening with Judge. Apparently that wasn't happening with Shermer, but it's happening with Daves. Kayvon has said that Dayball is a player's coach, and he allows the players to be who they are. Kadarius Toney put out a statement, and that statement was covered by Fireside Giants, also a friend of the show. Shout out to Fireside Giants. I'm just name dropping in this bitch, but even Kadarius Toney is saying that like the playbook and the scheme feels better. It gives
I heard that it allows them to
like be themselves,
and basically like win. Like it allows them to go out there and play.
Go out there and win. Don't worry about how
a scripted play.
Right.
They can go out there and win and play the way that they know how and win those one-on-one battles.
Right. So with all this good news that is coming out about our head coach and our organization and the way that they are doing business, how are you managing to not fall for this bullshit a second time?
It's not that I'm not
Blue City says you talking about Kayvon. Got it. Thank you very much, Blue City.
It's not that I'm not falling into it. I think I've already, for me, I get a vibe from a lot of the coaches. When Shermer was there, he just seemed like a guy. And I really, to be honest, like around those times, like I really wasn't feeling a lot of the, like, because I wasn't doing Giants content at that point. Mm-hmm. And so I was just kind of a fan, watching. But once I really started doing a lot of the Giants content and being a part of a lot of the podcasts and being in a lot of the Twitter spaces and going into the last 2 years with Joe, I really started to listen, watch. And in the press conference, Joe gave me a lot of vibes of like a Bill Parcells, Bill
Judge? Are we talking about Coach? Who the fuck is that right now?
We're talking about Joe Judge.
Okay.
Bill Parcells, he gave me a lot of those vibes there. And Bill Belichick, like he gave me a lot of those vibes. And I started noticing that a lot of the times when the games and the seasons were going on and there were struggles, it was the same responses. It was the same verbiage. It was all the same. And there wasn't anything different. Like because I work in sales, so I take a lot to what people say and I listen to it and I process it. And the press conference with Dabes and the press conference with Joe, to me, when I listen to both, Joe's seemed more like not scripted, but more like he was trying to sell to the reporters, like for them to approve him getting the job, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Where Dabes in his press conference was like, this is what it is. This is what I'm going to do. I don't have answers to a lot of your questions yet, but I will. And you're going to have to wait. And that's it. And it was straightforward. It was blunt. And I got a lot of a guy that I admire, a lot of Mike Tomlin out of Dabes with a lot of his responses. Because Mike Tomlin is one of the most respected coaches in the National Football League. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't like just give out information. He's like, you'll know when I want you to know. And you'll know when I find out. And that's it. Mm-hmm. So, and I like that in a coach. So when I listen to Dabes and I listen to him talk, especially when he talks about the players and he talks about the goals and he breaks down everything. A lot of sometimes he's saying the same stuff about the players, but that's because like everybody's asking him about the players and they're not really in games. You know what I'm saying? So they can't like. It's not like he's breaking down a Monday Night Football game. Like, hey, why did you guys struggle? Why didn't you get why that? Everything right now is all practices. It's all practice. It's all of that stuff. But I'm bought in. And I like the fact that they're involving the alumni because let's face it, those guys know what it takes to win a championship. And there's a lot of – I think this is the youngest that this organization has ever been for a long time. And so they need a lot of the veteran leadership guys to go out on the field, show them a lot of their shit and talk with them. And when this team gets back into it and they're competing for a Super Bowl again, it's really going to be a team championship. And I think it's not just going to be the current players that are going to be winning it, even though they're the ones performing and playing on the field. I think it's going to be the alumni too that are going to win it with them because they're going to be with them every step of the way. And I like that. So I'm bought in. I like the way Joe Shane is managing. I like his thought process. I said it from the get-go. Joe Shane has been in this position before. No money, draft capital, high contracts. Look at Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And they were able to turn it around. He's in the same situation that he took over with us, and we ain't got to worry about him leaving to go anywhere else as long as he doesn't fuck up. He's a GM, so he ain't going to go anywhere. The biggest thing that I've also noticed that really hasn't been reported, you notice how the Maras aren't really involved. They're not really having the press conferences. You don't really see them talking much.
Yeah, no.
They're quiet because I think John, at this point, he's like, I'm just whatever I've been doing. Where do I sign? Okay, sign here. Okay. What is this for? Okay, I'll sign it. And he's just signing the checks. And Joe Shane is just saying, this is what I need. This is what I need. Get me this, give me this, give me this, sign for this, sign for this, sign for this, pay for this, pay for this, pay for this, and that's it. Boom. And John is doing it. And I'm with that. And I think it goes good when you have a head coach and a GM that have worked together. I think Joe and Dave's are on the same wavelength. The same wavelength.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
I think this can turn into like a 15 or 20-year coaching career and GM career. Where I think Dave's will be the longest tenured Giants head coach in franchise history.
The
longest one that we had was Tom Coughlin, and he went to 2014?
Whoo, man. I mean, we didn't get to the hot takes part of the show yet, but I mean, if you want to throw one out there like that, all right.
I am.
That take is hot as fuck.
Longest tenured Giants head coach will be Brian, unless he decides to retire.
I'm not even going nowhere near that. And here's the thing, okay? The people may notice how quiet I've been on the interwebs about the New York Giants. I've been very quiet. And it's been kind of on purpose, right? I mean, yes, I got a lot of crazy shit happening around me in my life right now. And so, some of this content creation kind of has to take a step back sometimes because I have to pay the bills so that I can then come and sit in front of this camera. But I need to think about the way I want to phrase this. Hold on a second. Let me think about. Keep talking. Let me think about the way I want to phrase this.
What do you want to talk about?
Just continue with the conversation because I don't know how to phrase my feelings right. I had to stop and think about. Okay, wait a minute. How do I say how I feel about this team and where we are? Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like.
Look, I mean,
this is the worst place to be in as a content creator and as a guy who's supposed to know football, right? I'm supposed to know football because I play football and I coach football, so I'm supposed to know football. But I literally don't know what the fuck to tell y'all right now. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
This is a weird situation when it comes to being a fan of a franchise, right? Because we thought. We've gone through now. I guess we can kind of understand how the Browns, the Bengals, a lot of these fan bases felt about their teams year in and year out. And we've been on a drought for the last 10 years where it's just been dead. And so we get Joe Judge, and we're like, man, like, okay, like,
yeah, and I bought into that shit, and I don't want to do that again this time.
And then it flatlined. It went down here real quick, and there are other parts of this too. It's not just the coaching staff; it's the running back, it's the quarterback, it's the overpaid, wide receiver that we got. It's the maybe potentially did we overpay for Leonard Williams? Why did we let James Bradbury go? What about Logan Ryan? And like, it's all of these question marks that we have. And I say all that to say this. Let's think about this. And I said this to somebody else in my stream. There are a lot of similarities right now that I see with another situation, from another situation to now. And if you look at a lot of DJ's posture, what he's doing, something's different. Something's a little different.
Here it goes.
Now this could be just another whatever, or it could be something different. It could be something good. We don't know, right? We don't know what's going to happen. But Josh Allen gets drafted to Buffalo. Great talent, but everybody feels was like a project quarterback. And his first year everybody was saying bust. Worst pick.
Damn it. Why did I know this was fucking coming?
And so then he works with Daves, and look at what Daves was able to do and transform him. Now, if Josh Allen takes a step back in his production, then we know that Daves was the person that really put Josh Allen on the map. And if that's the case, that person is now working with Daniel Jones. And I think that Daniel Jones is more athletic than Josh Allen. I think he throws a better deep ball accurately than Josh Allen. I think he is a better passer than Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen has a stronger arm. I think Josh Allen has more power, like when he's like running. But I think that from an athletic standpoint, DJ is more athletic.
I hate this argument. I hate this.
Here's the thing that I'm gonna.
I hate
Super,
this.
what up?
I hate this.
This is where I'm gonna go with this. There was another quarterback that was mixed in with the Giants quarterback. You may know his name. He wore the same jersey number. Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers put up really good stats. Couldn't win in the postseason. What's been going on with Josh Allen? Puts up really good stats. Can't win in the postseason. Okay? I'm saying this.
Hey, John. Hey, you want to cut his mic, John? Hey, John, you want to cut Rob's mic?
I'm saying this right now.
John, cut his fucking
I
mic.
think that Daniel Jones is about to be that dude.
Get the fuck out of here!
I think,
Get
dude.
the fuck out of here! I hate this.
I'm
That
watching
is
his work.
not-
Listen,
that
I'm
is
watching
not
his
a
workouts.
thing.
Listen,
It's
I'm watching
not-
his workouts. I'm watching his workouts. I'm listening to what people are saying. I'm watching, and there's something different.
No,
There's
fam,
something
it's
different.
not. It's
This
the
could blow
same
up
motherfucker.
in my face.
It's going to this dude's ass. I'm sorry.
When this dude come out,
He's not
and
going
start
to.
balling,
He's not
and
going
throwing
to.
dots,
He's not going
and scoring
to.
touchdowns,
He's not going to.
y'all gonna be like, Danny?
Get the fuck out of here. Hey, yo.
Y'all gonna be like that meme.
Nah.
Daniel? Daniel?
Nah, man.
Daniel?
No,
Throw
because
it
this
down the field to Kadarius Toney.
No,
Bouncy, man.
this is what the fuck's gonna happen with this asshole. He gonna play alright. And then motherfuckers is gonna be calling for us to sign him to a long-term fucking deal. And that's not what I want, because I don't want this. I don't want him.
Hey,
I don't want Daniel Jones. I never wanted Daniel Jones.
You know what? That's on you, motherfuckers. Because I told y'all bitches, give this man the 5th-year fucking option and pay him $23-24 million next year so that you don't have to give him a long-term deal. And you're only committed next year to $24 million.
No!
Y'all motherfuckers.
No!
Now, Well, guess what, bitch?
Fuck you.
You're either gonna fucking franchise tag them and pay him fucking $35 million.
Fuck
Guess
off.
what, motherfucker? You're gonna give him a long-term fucking contract, and he's gonna get probably a little bit above league fucking average. He's gonna get anywhere from 35 to 38 mil a year. I'm letting you know.
It's not.
And all it is could have been
No.
fucking saved if they would have given him the fucking 5th-year option.
No,
But-
bro. No.
but
I'm telling you.
Joe Shane made the choice, and I just finished saying
Daniel Jones
trust
is not.
Joe Shane and Dave's. So I'm
Daniel
okay with it.
Jones is not Brian Dable's quarterback, and he will not be Brian Dable's quarterback. All right? I mean, like, we're not going to sit here and pretend like Daniel Jones has been so good that we should have even been thinking about giving him a 5th-year option. He was asked every year except for his rookie year when the fucking coach who wanted to have him as his quarterback had him as his quarterback. Ever since that motherfucker left town and went to go breathe the thin-ass oxygen that's up in fucking Denver, Colorado, it's thin because it's Rocky Mountain High, but it's also thin because you're Rocky Mountain High. And that motherfucker has been Rocky Mountain High since he was here as the fucking Giants head coach. And then he left, and this dude's been ass ever since. He's been ass ever since.
Can I ask you a question?
What are we talking about here?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Top 5 quarterbacks right now. Who's your top 5?
Right now?
In the
Today.
league today. In the league today.
Fuck. Okay, cool. It's got to be Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league right now. Without question. The number 2 guy that I would give it to Patrick Mahomes as number 2 because Patrick Mahomes can make amazing fucking throws. So there's 1 and 2. A-Rod, Patrick Mahomes. Here's where it gets a little sticky, okay? Here's where it gets a little sticky. Do we put Tom Brady up in this top 5 because he's still fucking Tom Brady? I mean, like, do we put Tom Brady in top 5 because he's still Tom Brady?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, he just won a Super Bowl, so I don't know. That's why I'm saying this is where it gets a little tricky. Because am I putting Tom Brady at 3, or am I putting Tom Brady at 4 and putting Josh Allen at 3? But I don't necessarily think Josh Allen is the number 3 quarterback in the league. But I don't think there's anyone in the league at this point that's better than Josh Allen. Because I don't even think Tom Brady is better than Josh Allen. So I have to put Josh Allen at 3, which means I put Tom Brady at 4. And then for number 5, Jesus Christ. Wow. That's so difficult, man. Matt Stafford, yo. Matt Stafford looked great.
Where do you rank Derek Carr?
Derek Carr. He's a top 10 guy. Derek Carr's
I
top
think he's
10.
top 7.
Top 7? Okay, I'd be willing to buy that. Top 7, I'd be willing to buy that. Okay, 7. All right.
Okay. 7?
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 7,
Now,
sure.
So we label him at 7.
Mm-hmm.
What if now let me ask you a question. Going into this year, who has the better roster around him? Carr or DJ? Both have not first time head coaches. Both have new head coaches. Josh has been a head coach, but it's been a long fucking time since he's been a head coach.
Oh man, it's so hard.
New coach, new defensive coordinator.
No, that's the problem is that I don't
GM.
know. I don't know who's in a better situation between those two. I don't know who's in a better situation between Carr and Daniel Jones.
Okay.
By default, I'd give it to Carr because Carr's a better quarterback than Daniel Jones.
Okay.
Give it to Carr by default, I suppose.
If Daniel Jones comes out and puts up similar stats to Carr and makes the postseason, but Carr doesn't, does DJ deserve a contract? if this year DJ makes the postseason and Carr doesn't, because DJ already beat Derek Carr.
I understand.
So if Carr is 7
Mm-hmm.
and DJ makes the postseason
Mm-hmm.
and Carr doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that Carr has the better roster. He's got the best wide receiver in football.
Okay.
Do you give him the contract?
No, I don't. And here's why I don't. Here's why I don't think I do. Here's why I don't think I give Daniel Jones a long term. I don't give Daniel Jones a long term contract.
I'm not talking long term. I'm talking who was it? Somebody put it in the chat here. Chris Peace. 3 years, $70 million.
$3 years, 70.
I would do three or 4 years. I would do 4 years, $80 million.
That's not terrible. No, 3 years.
I would do 4 years, $80 million.
Because listen, I'm thinking the best I'm giving Daniel Jones after this season, if he has a good season, is a 3-year deal. Like that's the best I'm giving you right now. And I will put in the language that we can like extend the contract if we're happy or something. I don't know. But I'm not giving you more than 3 years if I'm the Giants, regardless of what Daniel Jones does at the end of this year. Regardless. I'm thinking like, all right, we'll give you a 3-year deal, bro. Because like if Daniel Jones all of a sudden puts up top 10 numbers, then it ain't Daniel Jones. It's the fucking scheme. It's not Daniel Jones. It's a scheme. I'm just saying, like, Daniel Jones has never.
But here's the thing: the scheme.
Hold on a second. Daniel Jones has only shown me that he could put up competitive top 10 numbers one time, and that was his rookie year. That's the only time that I looked at Daniel Jones and said, "This motherfucker could probably play." But ever since,
when you think about it, okay, let me ask you a question then. Okay, question: who do you feel if you had to choose right now? You had to choose an offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking Dabes or Shermer?
Based on their body of work?
And I'll give you an option. I'll give you a year. Okay? Actually, I'll give you a little time of career. I'm talking Shermer, Minnesota, when he was the offensive coordinator.
When he was offensive coordinator. That's fair. That's fair.
And Dabes when he was the offensive coordinator in Buffalo.
Okay, yeah. This like the Chris. I like this, Chris. I like that. That I can dig that right there. I can dig that. Like voidable 3rd year workout bonuses and all shit. I can get with that. I'm sorry. Daniel Jones has not shown me that he deserves to have a long-term deal. Daniel Jones has not shown me that he deserves to have, to get paid the money that some of these other quarterbacks are being paid. He hasn't. I'm sorry. It's the truth. This is not me hating. I don't hate Daniel Jones as a person. I want Daniel Jones to succeed, please, because that means the Giants are winning, and I'm happy. I'm not saying this because I hope it's what happens. I'm saying this because I've watched this young man play for 3 years, and he has never really done anything spectacular consistently. There are flashes. There have been so many flashes of greatness from Daniel Jones. I will always admit that shit, okay? There have been so many flashes, but it's just so fucking inconsistent. Like, can we get a consistently good Daniel Jones for like 5 games? Can we get that? Because that's how you win in the NFL. Like, you have to be consistently good. This man has not been consistently good. I'm just keeping it real. And I understand the circumstances. I understand and listen, I've been thinking about this shit because on Friday I gotta go argue with Fist Vegas about Daniel fucking Jones because he's a maniac. Okay? But I'm sorry. if you put a Patrick Mahomes on this fucking New York Giants team, if you put an Aaron Rodgers on this fucking Giants team, if you put a Burrow or a Herbert, maybe a Russell Wilson, but I don't know, he might be old and washed now. It could be. I'm just saying. Right? But if you took some of these younger players or some of these better quarterbacks and put them on this team, I'm not saying that these quarterbacks are going to win you a bunch of games with mediocre bullshit players, okay? Mm-hmm. But what I am going to say is that as you watch him play and his teammates let him down, you say that motherfucker's good though. I can't say that about Daniel Jones. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but when you Here's the thing. We're comparing. Let's look at the modern day quarterback. Everybody judges the quarterbacks that they have. They judge them to 2 players. 3 now. Mahomes, Rodgers, Brady. That's how they judge quarterbacks. If you don't resemble, you didn't win as much as Brady. Like, I want you to win like Brady won. I want you to have stats and play like Aaron Rodgers does. I want you to be as creative as Mahomes.
I'm not asking for that.
I know. But the majority of fans, I'm not just talking about Giants fans,
because that's all I'm asking. All I'm asking for. That shit right there is all I want. I'm just talking about all fans.
That's it. Across the board, they all want their quarterback to play like that, to be that. Okay, and I think that it's wrong. I agree with what Christopher just said, which is you want to have it to where it's consistent. You want to have some consistency and everything like that and have it go. I don't want Daniel to try to be Patrick Mahomes.
I don't want him to either.
Because now he's got Kafka. I don't want him to try to be Mahomes. I don't want him to try to be Josh. I want him to take the skill set that he has and be himself, but take advantage of the smarts that you have with Daves, with Kafka, and what they were able to do with arguably 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league today. And how can you put it's like when you're selling, you hear somebody sell and you take what you heard from them, but you make it your own. How can you take what you learn and make it your own? That's what I want DJ to do. And if DJ can do that, I think that he'll be a good quarterback, whether it's with us or whether it's with somebody else.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
But I think, honestly, his best chance for success is with the Giants.
It's right now. It's right now.
It's right now. With the staff that's in place.
This
is his opportunity.
It's right now.
It's wherever he goes. Like, he hit the jackpot right now with Daves and Kafka. He hit the jackpot. If you can't perform now, where you gonna go? What offensive coordinator you gonna have that's gonna be able to get the best out of you? He took Josh Allen from bust to MVP caliber. Daves did. And Kafka has been with Mahomes every step of the way.
All right. Listen, again, I am not, because I got to prepare for this, because I got to do this in 2 days when I have a whole ass argument with Fist Vegas about Daniel Jones. I am not plotting on Daniel Jones' downfall. I want Daniel Jones to be successful. I want Daniel Jones to do well because it means the Giants do well. I hope we sign this motherfucker to a long-term deal at the end of this year, because that means that he did something fucking amazing. That means that he did some amazing shit. And I will get in front of this camera and I will humbly say that I was wrong about Daniel Jones.
You better
But
get
the
ready.
fact, but the fact of the matter is, my opinion is not based on hate. My opinion is based on the fact that I've watched this kid play for 3 years. I've seen every single Daniel Jones snap in the NFL multiple times. Every one of them, y'all, because I'm a fucking psycho and I watch film on professional football that I'm not a coach in. I've seen every single fucking snap that Daniel Jones has taken in the NFL. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, based off of what I've seen over a 3-year span of time, it's hard for you to convince me that Daniel Jones is going to suddenly become amazing. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it.
Eli did it though.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that I'm not convinced. Okay, so with that being said, I want to give a huge shout out to the boss because this motherfucker shows up like you remember Def Comedy Jam? You remember Def Comedy Jam? RZeroB? Russell Jesus Christ. Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons.
Call me RZeroB.
Huh?
You just call me
RZeroB. I might have called you RZeroB, and that's weird. My bad, Rob. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know. But anyway, Russell Simmons would come out at the end of Def Comedy Jam and say, "Thank you for coming out. See you next week," and he'd leave. Right? Thank you. Good night. God bless. And he'd leave, and that's all he would do. And Bird Gang always seems to fucking know. He always seems to fucking know when to show his ass up as we get ready to wrap up the show.
Hey, leave it to Bird Gang, baby.
What's up to the boss? What's up to the boss, Bird Gang?
Oh, boss.
Shout out to the boss. Shout out to the boss. So yeah, anyway, listen, we've gone an hour and 15. Wanted to give you guys a little bit extra. But you know, we do have real life jobs and we have to like pay bills, take care of our family. So we gotta oh shit, there's Jason. Jason, call me, yo. Call me, Jason. You need to call me ASAP, okay? Fuck all that other shit. You need to call me ASAP. But listen, we're gonna get ready to get out of here. We're gonna get. I think that's the first time that I told someone in chat to call me, but he's got my phone number, so you call me as soon as you can. But we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. And I want to first and foremost thank everybody for all the support that y'all gave me over the course of the last couple of weeks. Life got real crazy and life got real, but you know, we was able to navigate through it, and we're better because of it. And you know, shout out to my moms. I'm just gonna show my mom all the love now, cause I'm her legacy. So shout out to my mom. And yeah, we listen. We're gonna talk about Fan Fest. We're gonna talk about training camp, because all that stuff's coming up. As long as nothing crazy happens between now and Fan Fest that I can't tell you guys about, because I always have a secret that I'm keeping from you. I've done that pretty much since you've known me. I will always have a secret that I'm not telling you. But depending upon what's going on around that time, I should be at Fan Fest, no problem. I should be at Fan Fest, zero problem. And I will definitely be at opening day, and I will definitely be at the Cowboys game. So, yeah. But again, thank you all for your support. Greatly appreciate y'all. So yeah, we gonna get ready to get up out of here, man. You got anything you want to throw out to people before we get out of here, Rob?
Yeah, I'm just looking something up here real quick. And thought so. Just going to throw this out there, ladies and gentlemen. The week 1 is on September 11th.
It is, yes.
Week 1.
Yes, it is September 11th.
The last time the Giants started a season on September 11th.
We're not doing this.
And it was an
We're not
away
doing
game.
this.
I believe it was an away game.
We're not doing it. No.
In Washington, they ended up going to the Super Bowl.
Fuck off, Rob.
And winning it. So,
Fuck
I'm
off,
not
Rob.
saying that. But what I am saying is that it does start on September 11th. Nah, but for real, I appreciate you guys coming through and showing some love and being patient with us. Right now, there's a lot of downtime because it's pretty quiet. Once, official training camp, well, I think training camp officially started, but we're going to be getting into, building up to finding out what rosters are going to be, preseason, that's going to start picking back up. We're working on getting, some guests on here for you guys to do that. Making sure that when you guys see us going live, even if you go to PTA's YouTube, he always has the pre-reminder for the show for the coming up week. So make sure that you're liking it. You guys are sharing it when you guys come through. When you see us post and tweet, make sure that you guys are liking, sharing, retweeting. The more people that you like and share and retweet, the more I see it, the more people that comes here. And the more people that we can get in here, the bigger that we can be, the more we can give back to you guys. Right? Yeah. The support that we get from you guys, we'll be able to give back to you guys with giveaways and stuff like that and whatnot. So like the shows, like the videos, share the videos, check us out on our socials, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok for this dude if he's on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok, but I don't really post. I post a couple TikToks, and then they muted my volume for no reason, and I was like, fuck TikTok. These assholes muted my volume for no reason. And I was like, man, fuck these hoes. And so I never been back on TikTok. You will mute me for no reason.
So check us out.
You know what? And you do, Chris, and I salute you for that, my brother.
Appreciate you, Chris.
Show us some love. Matter of fact, if I do go up to FanFest, I'll be this man right here is gonna the man that this face, that's a face right there. That face. He's going to be in the car with me if I go up to FanFest because we in the vicinity. I'm sorry. So yeah, listen, please show us support. Make sure you're liking the stuff and retweeting and doing all the things on the internet, right? Go do all the things, as I say, because we want to be able to continue to make the best content we possibly can while being in a situation where we can essentially say whatever the fuck we want. Because I always want to be in that space where I can say whatever I want. So shout out to BGN for letting us be here and essentially say whatever the fuck we want. I appreciate that. And we want to try to keep it that way. But the way we keep it that way is by not doing business with corporations and only doing business with our supporters. Because once the corporations show up, we got to be squeaky clean and I can't say fuck no more. And I don't want that. So yeah. Appreciate y'all. We're going to get ready to get on out of here. I've got to navigate through the fucking thing. You guys know what happens at the end of the fucking show. It happens every goddamn time. I'm going to push the outro button, but then I'm going to forget to hit end broadcast. We're going to be sitting here, and I'm going to be like, oh, shit, and you guys know. But with all that being said, we'll get up with you guys later. Appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. Deuces.